Greetings and welcome to the Alonzo Bash podcast. I'm your host, Alonzo Bashment. Welcome, and today's special guest is a retired director of physical medicine and rehabilitation at Howard University. He's a legend in the DMV, a plant enthusiast of sorts. Ladies and gentlemen, or should I say, Dr. Lennard Jack. Welcome.
Thank you, Alonzo Bashment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, man, it's been a long time coming. Been a long time coming.
Yes.
Well, let's jump into it, man. So you're from San Fernando, Trinidad, born and raised?
Yes, born and raised in San Fernando, Trinidad. My parents were living in Duncan Village at the time I was born.
Okay.
That's on the outskirts of San Fernando. Yeah, so I'm a born and bred Sando boy.
All right. South man.
Yes.
Duncan Village. I know that's a small village down south. What was Duncan Village like as a young man growing up down there?
Well, the thing I remember, I know I was born there, and then we eventually moved to Marabella. So I don't think we stayed there long. Because my dad was a police officer, and they used to move them around different places and stuff,
Yeah.
So I remember Marabella for the most as a little kid. Maybe I was 2 or 3 years old. There's some things I remember. Living in Marabella. One instance in my head that stays in my head all the time was carnival time, and I remember my mom. We were going out to Juve morning.
Yeah.
And it wasn't far to walk out to the main road, San Fernando, the Marabella main road.
Okay.
And I remember this guy dressed up like a gorilla boy coming, walking towards me, and I run back.
Yeah.
Me alone. I run back
feel
home.
that experience as a kid, man.
Ran straight back home, and that's stuck in my head all the time.
Yeah.
And actually, that was my first carnival experience, really. Carnival, yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So what was like Marabella like? I've heard these places. I'm from Arima, so I'm not familiar with the southern side of the island. And people always say island, they think it's small, but it's pretty big.
Oh yeah.
Big. So
Yeah.
what was Marabella like?
But Marbella, I think it was just like any little small town. Everybody kind of know everybody. That's one thing, especially in the Caribbean too.
Yeah.
All villages know each other, and everybody used to look out for one another back in the day. It's kind of different now. With the crime situation in Trinidad, it's different. But me growing up in South in Marbella, it was a nice experience.
Yeah.
Really nice experience. As I said, we know everybody. Everybody knows you.
Yeah.
Daddy was a police officer, so of course everybody know him and they know the children too.
Right.
So you can't do nothing wrong, otherwise they'll find out at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
The last place we moved to. I remember we moved to Barataria.
Okay.
At one time. Actually, that's my first school experience. Going to school, I was in Barataria, and I think I was around 3 or 4 years old at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my first experience going to school was traumatic. My first day.
Really?
Yes, I remember my mom dropping me off to go to school, and I said, but she just left me right here with all these people I don't know.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got to school, I remember going through the gate. I had to join a line because all the children were lined up, and I had to put my 2 hands out like this, for inspection. For inspection.
Yeah.
And,
Wow, definitely doing it, man.
And my first day, boy, I get 2 rulers on my hand because my fingernails was dirty.
Wow.
So that was my first experience going to school as a little kid.
Yeah.
And I know I was between 3 and 4 years old. I remember that well. And I cried all day. I hoping my mom come and take me back and take me home.
Yeah.
But suffice it to say, here I am now.
Yeah, you are. All these years, still thinking about it, man. But those are the good old days, man, because it created a sense of discipline and structure.
Yes, discipline, is correct. I can look back at it now and laugh. I'm laughing at it now, but it made me who I am now. I believe it or not, I eventually ended up teaching.
Oh, wow.
teaching elementary and secondary schools.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I used to tell my kids the same story I'm telling. I used to tell them, I said, my first time in a school was traumatic to me, but look at where I am now, because same thing, the discipline and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to use my story sometimes to get them involved,
Yeah.
Show them that. Yeah. I taught school for 10 years, man, before I came up here.
Yeah. Yep. So much, so much to talk about. Let's talk about your family structure. Growing up as a kid. So you had brothers and sisters, or where you fell into the whole?
Yes, I'm the first. I'm the first.
You the first?
So I got everything.
You got the licks.
Everything. I got the first beating, the first everything, man.
Wow.
I'm the eldest of 5. I have one sister, and she's smack in the middle of us.
Wow.
So it's 2 boys, a girl, and then 2 boys.
Okay.
Yeah, my sister played the role very well. She thinks she's everybody's mom, man.
Yeah.
Up to now, she still thinks she's everybody's mother.
Right.
But I was the first. I had to do everything, learn to cook, learn to iron my clothes, wash wares, all them things. I was glad when my sister was born. I'm like, somebody else doing this work now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. All right. So the early days, man. So what primary school and then secondary school you attended?
Okay, so apart from Barataria RC, I think it's Barataria RC school. I think I went to Barataria government. I can't remember, but I didn't stay there long.
Okay.
Maybe about a year or 2, and then we transferred to San Fernando.
Okay.
And then we went to. I was living where Prince of Wales Street in San Fernando.
Okay.
And my first school that I remember being a part of for a long while was San Fernando Boys RC School.
Okay.
That's right on the promenade, Harris Promenade in San Fernando.
Yes.
So I started school there. From San Fernando Boys RC School, I had to sit common entrance exam. And man, I was just praying that I went to the school I wanted to go to.
Oh yeah?
My second. But hear the joke.
Yeah.
It was my second choice because my parents, they wanted me to go to Presentation College.
Okay.
But I used to play football in school.
Okay. Yeah.
I was involved in sport. I used to run track and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go to St. Benedict's College, man. That's all I saw, St. Benedict's. Because I knew the history of St. Benedict's College. I knew the type of players we had.
Yeah.
I had older friends who attended St. Benedict's College, and I always wanted to go there. Right. And I swear I was going to play soccer for the rest of my life, boy. That was my thing. Yeah, that's all I wanted to do, play professional football.
Yeah.
So I had St. Presentation College was my first choice. St. Benedict's College was my second choice. Naparima College was my third choice, and then Modsec was my fourth choice.
Wow.
So back in the day, the results.
Top schools, you know.
Top schools. But back in the day, the results used to be called over the air.
I remember. I remember.
Yeah, during Panorama, the news thing, right? Boy, and I sit on.
Sorry. Wait. So your experience is a little different than mine. You were saying back then you used to call it over the air as in like TV and radio?
It wasn't radio. This was radio at the time, yeah.
That's radio. Man. Okay,
yeah.
Carry on.
So we the family got around, waiting to hear, and they call in schools, right?
Yeah.
So then after the schools, then they call it by alphabetical order. So we went through Presentation College, and I didn't hear that Jack name. I was like, oh Lord, thank you, Lord. So coming down to St. Benedict's College now, as I say, alphabetical order, and I come down Lennard Jack Jr. Boy, I was in heaven.
Yeah.
My one of my friends upstairs where we used to live in a downstairs apartment, and they live upstairs, the owner of the building.
Okay.
And he went to St. Benedict's College, and he had just graduated.
Wow.
We were both kind of the same size, and I always told him, I say, if I pass the Benedict's, I get in your blazer.
Yeah,
so those blazers we had to wear as Catholic schools, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Alonso, I ran upstairs and I tell him, man, I say, hey, I passed the Benedict, I want the blazer now.
What do you say?
He said, of course. Give me the blazer. I come back downstairs, put it on.
Ready.
And I told Daddy, I say, if I pass the Benedict, I want a pair of boots, soccer boots. And of course, he said, you're going to buy it for you and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was one part of the story. So I eventually went to St. Benedict's College. I played soccer for the under 12 or under 11 and 12. I think it was under 12 or 12 to 13 team or something like that. Yeah. So it was like the junior team.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in heaven, you know. I'm like, yeah, I getting to play for Benedicts and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And we had an exam we had to take for placement.
Okay.
Because once you get into school, you get to go in a class by your name, alphabetical name, and then you do an exam.
Yeah.
To go into whatever form, 1A special, all that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And boy, I came 29th in test, man. Alonso, all I wanted to do was to play football. Eh? So, of course, I ain't feeling study. I mean, I was a good student, but you know, you're young. Yes, you're young. And boy, my father decided he gonna ban me from playing football.
Wow.
Alonso, up to now it hurts. Up to now, it still hurt me.
So wait, now you never played after that?
Huh?
You never played after that?
Yeah. Well, I'll get the story as it go along.
Okay.
I didn't get to play for BNX after because I remember I played for a while. I mean, a short while.
Yeah.
As I said, then we had this exam we had to do for school placement.
Yeah.
And I remember we had a night game. It was the first time we were ever getting to play in the night.
Under the lights.
So, yes, boy, under the light. The place nice and cool.
Yeah.
So, and that's the same week the results came out. So if you see me, boy, it took me 2 days to give my father and them the results, boy. And that man tell me I ain't going to play under the lights for the game. That particular game. I can't remember what day it was, but it was during the week.
Yeah.
But I cried, I begged. He said, no way. He said, this football thing, you're taking it. He said what? That was not supposed to be my priority.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know. I look back at it now and I'm like, yeah, they were right.
Yeah.
You know, I had to find my priority, you know, balance the thing, you know. Mm-hmm. So I remember my mom was feeling kind of bad about it because she knew I love to play football and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It happened. And I didn't get a chance to play for St. Benedict's College on the championship team or the senior team or whatever. But all my friends, they played. I supported. In school, I was a member of the music band.
Okay.
I played percussion was my thing. That was my first love, and I also played the clarinet and saxophone.
Okay.
For a short while. I played everything.
You played the recorder?
That was the first. Yeah, the first thing. Yeah, the flute. Yeah. But I played table tennis. I played. What else I played, boy? I used to run track 100 and I did triple jump.
You're very active.
Yeah, boy. I love sports. I love sports. Yeah. And but as I said, they banned me from soccer, so I ended up playing table tennis.
Yeah.
And actually, one of my teachers in school, Mr. Oh Lord, forget his guy name, Mr. Ali.
Yeah.
He used to play tennis for Trinidad. Okay. Yeah, he was a tennis player for Trinidad too. And God, I can't remember the guy's name now, but he was a famous tennis player. And I also was involved in the Scouts and the Cadet Force.
Yeah,
so I was busy.
I was in Scouts and Cadets myself.
Nice, man. Nice. Yeah. So I was busy 5 days a week. I had something to do every day.
And you know something real quickly? That's something I highly advocate that young people get into, man.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that because that kind of gave me. I always had discipline from my dad and so forth, but that's a different type of structure that carries on into your adult life.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, it was good discipline. And you eventually know what you wanted to do in life. Yeah. It kind of guided you, you know, because you have so many options so many things to do.
Yeah.
And eventually you found something you like and you just run with it. You know? So in high school, St. Bernard's College. Oh, I also sang calypso too.
Boy, yeah, man, listen, man. You and everything, man.
Yes, I sang calypso. I sang in the choir. We entered competitions and stuff in the choir. My father was also a singer.
Okay.
He sang professionally. He sang more opera type music.
Yeah.
So he was the Mario Lanza, Pavarotti, all those type of songs. Yes, he sang tenor.
Yeah.
He sang tenor. Yeah. And one story I have is that he and this guy who sang calypso. Oh Lord, I forgot his name. He lives in New York now. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But he and my father.
He's still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive, yeah. He and my father used to sing in the Southerners choir. And that was a big choir. See, like you have the Mariners choir in Port of Spain.
Yeah.
Right, the Southerners choir was a big time choir there. And actually my father had a 45. He did a 45 with a woman who played the violin, Angela Jonquier, and a guy who sang to Manu De La Rosa. I remember those names from small. Yeah. And I remember seeing this 45 record at home, and he had about 2 songs. He had one song on one side A, and one song on side B.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, my father has a record, boy.
Yeah. You official.
Yeah. But my mom always singing in the house, and daddy, of course, he's singing. He used to read music and stuff. Okay. So I grew up in a musical house. His records, well, when we get a chance to play it, because back in the day, the little children, couldn't go and get that record player.
Yeah.
Because you mess up the needle and all kind of stuff. So anytime he leave home, I used to go and play all them records.
Yeah.
And he used to have a wide array of records, a lot of jazz music, of course, calypsos.
Yeah.
Those big bands, Fitzvaughan, Brian, all them guys and them. Yeah. And way back.
Wow.
So I remember one time, boy, I scratched one of the records. Oh my God, I swear this guy gonna kill me, boy, when he come home. Yeah. So what I did, I hit the record.
Yeah, I just want to say that you had it weighted back somewhere.
Yeah. I had a record, boy. So I don't know if you ever played it afterwards, but I know it's scratched.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as we had a musical household, and I remember growing up, my mom used to always be upset with me because when we sit down to eat in the house, by the table, I always used to be hitting the drums, hitting the table. Yeah. So I always had rhythm, percussion was my thing.
Yeah, percussion.
I love percussion. Yeah, I love percussion. That was the first thing. When I hear a song play, I used to listen to the drums first.
Okay.
And from that, I graduated to playing pan and stuff like that too after leaving high school.
Okay.
What else happened I remember entering a competition in high school. I think I was the place about 5th or something like that. But Kenny J used to go to school with me.
Okay.
He sang calypso in school. I remember him singing calypso in school. Another good friend of mine, Gilman Figaro, he used to organize the calypso shows in school for Carnival. Okay. This guy, Gregory Ballantyne, GB.
GB.
Wow,
I had that a long time, man.
Yeah. GB used to write a lot of calypsos, and he used to sing calypsos too in school.
Okay.
So all those things were in my head at the time growing up,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Nice. All right. So you mentioned that we're gonna get into the pan thing. So when did you migrate to the US? That was when?
That was 1983.
Okay.
1983. Oh, you had asked me if I ever played soccer, right? Afterwards.
Yes.
During my when I left high school, I remember I didn't pass mathematics. But I got 7 subjects, and you had to have mathematics also to become a teacher, right? So what I did, I went back to school on Saturdays through the what's it called, boy? Extramural.
Okay.
I was through UWI. And I remember going for lessons and stuff. You know what happened? I had an aversion for maths. I hated maths. I hated it. And I think it was because I'm a first teacher.
I have Miss Akupele.
Yeah, oh Lord. Yeah, so of course, I went back to school. I did the English maths, London math.
Yeah.
And eventually I passed it, and then I applied to the teaching program, to the teaching government teaching program.
Okay.
And I started teaching in library RC at the age of 18.
Wow. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's right. You did mention you were the teacher.
Yeah. So I went.
18-year-old teacher?
Yes, sir.
I know
Primary school.
Primary
school. But wait, I'm finished yet. So I taught primary school in library. That's my first school. So normally what you do, you go to school, you go to teach and become an assistant teacher. So you kind of learning on the job.
Right.
And then I had to apply to go to training college, and I was accepted to go to teachers college.
Okay.
So I went to current teachers college, and I spent 2 years there, 77, 79. And that is where I played my soccer, boy. Finally. Finally, I get to play soccer on another level, you know?
Yeah.
So I played for current, and we actually won the championship competition with all the teaching colleges around the country. Postisi, Port of Spain Teachers College, Mausika. Yeah, we beat all of them, man, for that first year.
Wow.
So I get a chance to actually play the ball on another high level. I also play basketball.
Really?
Actually, I was one of the first. I helped introduce basketball to my high school in St. Bernard's College. I had written a letter because at the time I lived in Pleasantville. I lived in Pleasantville, and we had a lot of basketball players coming out of Pleasantville. Basketball and soccer and football players. So I was telling my sports teacher, I said, look, man, you have all these guys here coming out from down south. We also play basketball, not only football, because Bernard's was a football school.
Yeah.
So I remember writing a letter, and that was I was in Form 5. That was my last year of school. And I remember I didn't get to play ball in Benedict's, but my brothers, I had 2 brothers that came after me.
Yeah.
And they eventually ended up forming a team in St. Bernard's College. Yeah. So they reaped the rewards that I kind of started there.
Need to put a plaque on the wall for you, man. You founded the basketball
league team. Yeah. But my brothers and them, they end up playing. I also played basketball in San Fernando for a team called Ball Jesters. We were one of the founding members.
Wow.
Before that, the team was called Milan. And my mom was the one who sewed all our uniforms because she was a seamstress.
Yeah.
So that team came out of Pleasantville, and then from Milan we formed Ball Jesters. And then my brothers, my 2 brothers again, they took it over after we stopped playing, and they ended up playing. When I migrated, they ended up playing, and they went on to bigger and better things, man. If you ask somebody from South about Ball Jesters, they will tell you, that was a good team.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll put it in my notes.
Yes. Actually, our coach was one of the players for Dovers, and Dovers was a real good team back in the day.
Yeah,
they used to win championships and stuff right every season, man.
Yeah.
His name was Ozzy Mondesi.
Wow.
Yeah, he was our coach.
Yeah.
So what did I do here? I did something wrong. Oh yeah. So he was my coach. So back to teaching.
Yeah.
I taught school for 4 years at Library RC. Then I went to Teachers College. I spent 2 years there, and then I specialized because in the primary school, of course, you had to teach all the subjects.
Yeah.
So what my principal did, he was a nice guy, boy. He was a real good mentor for me. Okay. The ironic thing, he taught my father in school.
Wow.
Yeah.
You really grew up, man. You still there?
Yes, he still was there. Yes, Mr. Julian. I'll never forget that guy. And of course, well, you know daddy, so I'm like his son.
Yeah.
To him, I was like the son,
Yeah.
So he took real good care of me, and he started me off in I remember teaching infants, standard 1, 2, 3, 4. I taught all the standards, even up to common entrance class.
Oh, wow.
So
what was the favorite standard? What was the favorite
actually,
standard?
After common entrance, I also taught post-primary.
Really?
Yeah,
You know,
at
when I
me
talk,
at 19, yes.
when I make a joke and tell somebody, hey, when I went post primary, man, I still laugh at that, you know.
Yeah, because those guys are like 5 years younger than me, five,
Really?
6 years. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, because remember in post primary, you're like 14, 15. Yeah, 14, 15, 13, 14, 15 in post primary. And I was just 19 years old.
But you know what?
Mm.
This part right here is a very important part of the conversation because I don't think I really had opportunity to really discuss. Fortunately for me, I've never been in post primary, but I've known a lot of my peers back then fell into the post primary program. And for those of you who not familiar with post primary, I'll let you explain, Mr. Jack, what is post primary?
Post primary are for those who didn't pass the common entrance exam. Back in the day, right? Back in the day. I don't know if they're post primary now because we have junior sec and all that stuff too now where people just go to, right?
Yeah.
But back in the day, if you don't pass the common entrance, they put you in a post primary school. And a lot of times the curriculum was geared towards doing different type of skills, woodwork, other skills apart from just the what should I say, the not education, more like more hands-on stuff. Yeah.
But post primary also had a stigma to it, though.
That's right. That's what I was coming to. Yeah, it had a kind of stigma to it. But my thing was, look, everybody didn't. Now that I look back at it, right? Everybody don't learn the same way.
Yeah.
Right. So, but of course, in Trinidad at the time, that was a structure. You know, everybody had to go get your common insurance. You had to do the, and you have to go work in the bank, or you had to become a lawyer. You have to become, certain things that they aspired us to do to become. And then the guy who doing the plumbing and all that stuff, they didn't show us the importance of that.
Right, exactly.
And you look at it now, them plumbers used to make more money than me in school when I was teaching. So you look back at that now, and everybody had their part to play. So I learned that from small, that everybody has a part to play, because I remember my mom telling me one day, even the garbage man, if you don't pick up the garbage, we all will get sick. I remember her telling me that, and I was like, that makes sense. Because the places will stink up, and everybody will start to get all these diseases and stuff. So I always used to look at people as somebody with potential. And as long as you as long as you do something that you like, that's it. Follow your passion. That's all you need to follow your passion. Everybody are not bookworms to say, you always want to study. I have friends who know are professional students. They just love knowledge. They love knowledge. They could love knowledge in another way too. All them hands-on stuff you're doing, all them stuff you learn on the streets, that's knowledge too, So you just look at it differently. So coming back to my school, to teaching now, so I taught post-primary, and that was my best area of teaching, post-primary, and also those first year infants. The children who come with you just bright, they absorb everything, and of course, as teachers, we were highly respected. I don't know about now, but back in the day, them parents, we were parents. We were their children. Once you drop them off to school, we become father and mother. Back in the day, man, we be them. You had corporal punishment was normal. But I never said. Yeah, your piece.
I get a piece, man. You don't.
Me too. But that was something I never really had to do that a lot. Let me put it there a lot, because I know there were some teachers who were just, to me, like they just come to school to beat me up.
Some teachers were very extra with it.
Extra.
We used to get licks lunchtime. So lunchtime now, we just kick the ball and thing,
right. Come home sweaty.
Right. You come at the class and sweaty back.
Yes.
Now you think about it, it's also silly and ridiculous. But
but we worked through it and thing, so it kind of builds character for us too, and it also teaches us something. Apart from discipline, you had a respect for that. You had a kind of fear respect. Let me put it that way. Fear and respect was together.
Yeah.
But my problem was, this is what I used to get upset with my students for. If you didn't do your homework,
Yeah.
that was my pet peeve.
Yeah.
I don't, if you get something wrong in class, I had no problems with that. That's my fault. I used to look at it that way, that I didn't explain it properly to you for you to understand.
Yeah.
Right? It's not that you were dumb enough not to understand it. I used to always think like, damn, what can I do to get this child to understand what I'm doing? Because I saw the class as everybody was different. And of course, you had a syllabus, you had to teach this way. And I was like, nah, boy, everybody ain't learning the same way.
Yeah.
So my pet peeve, as I say, I'll beat you if you do your homework. Seriously, that was the only thing. Because I said, tell them, I said, what I'm teaching here now, you can't learn that in one day. You have to practice.
Yeah.
They practice it at home. So that was my thing. So I went to training college, and I ended up specializing in physical education. Because I love, as I said, I love sports and stuff like that. So I ended up at teaching physical education at two secondary schools. One was my last school was St. Madeleine Junior Sec.
Okay.
And the first one was oh my God, I'm forgetting. I was just outside Gasparillo. I remember as we talked. Yeah, but I thought
out of my zone.
I taught PE there at those two schools. I forget to tell you, I also used to dance,
Oh man. That with you.
Man, yes, I danced for 10 years, man, in Trinidad. Yeah.
What kind of dance now?
Well, wait, remember I told you I was a percussionist, right? I love percussion. So I went to this dance group, Les Enfants Dance Company, led by Miss Joyce Curtin, down in the South, right? And I went there to play drums, African drums.
Yeah.
Because they had in Pleasantville, we also had drumming from the Better Village groups and stuff, So I was always interested, and some of our the guy who I learned from, Rollo Foster, he was a master drummer. Master drummer on the level of those guys in Port of Spain. Who was that boy? The Mau Mau drummers and stuff way back in the day. So he used to teach us drumming and stuff. Just on the side of the street, we used to go hang out. You walk with a drum and he teach you stuff. So I went and I joined this dance company. Yeah. I watching the dances and I'm like, I could do this. You know? Next thing you know, I'm dancing, folk dancing. I did modern jazz.
Wow.
And we did a lot of concerts, a lot of shows in Aprima Bowl, Port of Spain. I danced for the March Gras, must be about 4 or 5 times.
Really?
Yeah, we had all them jab malasi, jab and thing. Yeah, man.
Wow. Well, you don't miss, man.
I was at everything. And I always give thanks to my parents for that. They allowed us to follow our dreams. They put us in everything. So you had choices.
Yeah.
We didn't have time to get in trouble and thing, boy. That's the thing. Because we were so busy doing stuff, that you didn't get in. I mean, we know guys who get in trouble, thieving people thing, but that's boyhood thing, you go thief mango and all kind of stuff, and you eat and all that. But to say we get in serious trouble and stuff now,
serious.
We were just too busy, boy. So after coming out,
No, go ahead. Finish your thought.
So after coming out of teaching, the name just came in my head and I forgot it again. After coming out from teaching the secondary schools, I had applied to come up to Howard University.
Okay.
Because one day my cousin, who was living in England at the time, and he was a male nurse. Okay. And he sent me this information on physical therapy. So I read up on it and I was like, this involves sports and this involves helping people get better and stuff too. So I read up on it, and plus at the time my mother's great aunt. So she was I used to call her grandma. Yeah. I used to call her grandma. So, and grandma had a stroke. So I remember going to visit grandma in the bed and stuff, and the nurse used to come and be giving her exercises and stuff. So, I started putting all those two things together, this physical therapy, and it involved the whole gamut from sports all the way up to people who were in the hospital.
Yeah, I can relate to it.
Yeah, I can relate it. So I decided, you know what, man, I'm going to apply to go to school.
Okay.
Well, I applied, and this is while I was teaching. And what happened was that my papers came through that I had to leave Trinidad suddenly.
Okay.
Because the way it worked, that sometimes bureaucracy takes time and stuff, right? So it took me about a year and a half to really get the papers and stuff together.
Yeah.
And I get this call. Was it a call? No, I got a letter from Howard stating I have to come up to go to school next week.
What?
Next week? Yes. Now, yes. Granted, I am teaching.
Yeah.
Right. I'm teaching evening shift.
Yeah.
I'm teaching evening shift, and I remember when I got the letter, I went and talked to my girlfriend because she had applied too to come up to Howard at the time, and she had gotten accepted before me to come up to Howard. So I finally got my papers the week before I was coming up. So this was like the Tuesday.
Yeah, you get a last call.
Yeah, I got a last call. So I had to go up to the embassy and all that stuff. Yeah. My dance teacher, Miss Joyce Cooten, she assisted me a lot in that process. Get the paperwork. I had to get my bank account together in Trinidad. Make sure we have enough money in that account because when you go away as a student, they have to have sometimes they have to have money, enough money for that year to go to school and all that. Luckily enough, one of my girlfriend's friends, he was a construction engineer. Yeah. And he decided he's gonna help us. Okay. And he put money in our different accounts, stating that this is the money we have, and we have enough money to go to school. And that's how we end up having to come up to the States. Wow. So we went to Port of Spain, went to the embassy, tried to get the visa to come up, student visa. We had to go back the next day, so I went back the Thursday. Now, granted, my students don't know nothing yet. Yeah. So Friday, I had to come and tell my students, boy, that I leaving the school. I had spoken to the principal and stuff. Yeah. And I had to come and tell them, look, I ain't gonna be coming back to teach. I'm going up to the States to study. Well, I didn't know what was going to happen after I finished school, right? Because I was going to teach to learn physical therapy. Yeah. So, boy, them kids cried and we all cried. Them teachers, we had a cry too, yeah. So this was Friday. Yeah. Saturday morning, boy, and then people come. I remember coming back home. I went downtown to buy some clothes. I went to buy some clothes to come up with and stuff. I come home, the kids and the teachers came to my house, man. Really? That to show me a going away party. Wow. Man, that was something else, boy. You were the real nice. Yeah. I love my kids. I love them. So they came and surprised me and stuff with the party and big card and cake and all kind of stuff. They gave me a little I still have it in my house here, a little plaque with some nice words written and stuff. And I always look at it and look back at them, Yeah. But in the meantime, we didn't talk about pan. Yeah, we get to the pan. We get to the pan. I'm standing into the Howard and the Howard thing. Well, yeah, I was playing pan before simultaneously. Even while I was in a dance group. Okay. I started playing. So when I was I gotta backtrack a little bit, man. So you wake up in the morning. How your weekly schedule run? You go to school, and after school you play pan, you dance. Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, the dance group was right up the hill from Clay Pan Yard, walking distance. I mean, 1 block for the most. Okay. So when I was in St. Benedict's College, one of my good friends, Emerald Gray, Malik man. Yeah. He lives in Baltimore now. Okay. He told me about this band in Pleasant Park led by Birch Kellman. That's the famous Birch Kellman, the pan tuner. Yes. So he invited me to come up and check it out, you know, because I always tell him I want to play pan, but my parents didn't allow me to go and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So I actually my first experience in playing pan, I got to backtrack a little bit. I was about 7 or 8 years old. I was living where were we living at the time? Prince of Wales Street.
Yeah.
And there was a band called Teenage Symphony. Not too far from us. We had like 1, 2, 3 blocks from where I live.
Okay.
On Prince Alfred Street. But when I was going to school and walking to school, I used to pass by the panyard every day.
Yeah.
So I said, you know, you're just looking.
Yeah.
You're looking at all the drums and stuff pack up there and they say, boy, one day I go get to play pan, you know, man. But you know, my parents and them, they want me to go and play because that's linemen with them boys and them, you know.
Only linemen by the
pan. Right. So I remember one day I came home and I was passing by the panyard to come back home. And they had a sign. They were looking for
new members?
No, young players, young mass players to play for Juve. Okay. They wanted to bring out a flower bag sailor band for Juve, but they wanted young people. So I remember seeing it and I begged my mother, beg her. And of course, mommy used to sew. So I hear me now. I say, mommy, you can sew my clothes. I ain't had to pay nothing. So she allowed me to go and play.
Yeah.
Now, my father had known Corey. Corey used to play iron. Corey, the Iron Man that David brother sing about.
Yeah. Corey
Harris. So his last name was Harris.
Okay.
Corey used to play for that band. And that was the Belgrove brothers, the Belgrove Funeral Home. Those guys that owned the band.
Okay.
And I remember Corey used to look out for all of us. Everybody used to think he's a bad John, but he was a nice guy.
Yeah.
But just that he never used to play with them big boys and them. He ain't played.
Yeah.
You know? But he used to look out for the youths.
Right.
So, and I get to play Juve, boy. That's the first time I ever played Juve. I was 8 years old.
Wow.
And just the fact that we get to go outside in the middle of the morning, boy. Yeah. Was a nice thing, man. 3 o'clock in the morning, we going. So that was my first experience. Playing mass with a steel band or being involved with a steel band.
Yeah.
So going fast forward now, I was talking to Emerald and he told me to come up to Pleasant Park. So I went and I started playing with Birch Kelman.
Okay.
And that's where I learned. That's where I learned to play. He's the one that have me where I am now. Wow. It's his fault. I blame him. Yeah. That's my mentor. That's the main person I know that took me to pan. After that, of course, we spent about 3 years there. With the name of the band was Trovatos.
Wow.
That was the name of the band, yeah. And I used to see how he used to make the pans down in Marbella. With Southern, he was also involved with Southern Marines. So I'll go in and back. There's a place called The Line.
Okay.
And that was actually the train line. I used to have houses in the back there, shacks and stuff, but that's where Birch had his place where I used to go and make pans and stuff. So I used to get a chance to go down there and see how we make it and stuff like that, you know? Well, at the time, I was playing in Pleasant Park. You know, of course, pan kind of get accepted now, you know. People started playing pan in church and all kind of stuff. So it was okay for me to play then. And then from Trovatos, from Birch, we went to Fontclair.
Yeah.
So I ended up playing with Fontclair and them. Ken, yeah, boy, that's my band.
Yeah.
Ken Fillmore, that was my good buddy. I mean, I know Ken since he was like 13 years old.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I was a driver to drive people to practice. Yeah, all them boys, because he live in Pleasantville, close by us.
Okay.
I will pick him up. And I remember when he came to the band to play, because at first he was with Hatters. He used to play with Hatters.
Okay.
And then he came up there with the big thick glasses. I used to call him Professor.
Yeah, Professor.
Yeah, he had the little dreads and stuff.
So that's how you got the name Professor?
Yeah. Those we used to call them Coca-Cola glasses. Yeah, that's how he became the Professor.
Okay.
And there was a story that I knew from first hand. His first pan that he got, he picked up this old pan and he brought it home. And this man's father threw away that pan, boy.
Serious?
Yes. Imagine that. Yes, imagine that. Daddy threw away the pan.
Well, to be fair, you know, for the listeners listening, you know, there was a time in Trinidad where playing pan or even hanging around Pan, yeah, had a certain stereotype where bad boys and
Yep.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't say criminal. I wouldn't say criminal activities, but criminal elements
Elements.
for
Yeah, yeah,
people.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, 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 yeah. It
I think
was,
a lot of times it's a stereotype too. You know.
yes, it was. I think so.
Yeah.
Because the thing is it is like, this is what I think, right? I'm just my personal thought.
Yeah.
You had guys linemen doing nothing,
Yeah.
and this thing came up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the invention itself came out of just hanging out,
Yeah.
basically, and by accident.
Yeah.
You know, beating all them cans, the biscuit can and thing, and
Yeah.
one guy realized, hey, I hear different tones.
Yeah.
You know, and then the doodle come, you had 2 notes, and then from that, of course, you get everything else.
Yeah.
You know, so it was the creativity in this guy just hanging out.
Yeah.
But of course, at the time, you know, you had what we would call now gangs.
Yeah.
It's just your neighborhood boys who hang out together.
Yeah.
You know, so out of that harsh environment, this beautiful instrument came about, man. It's just like jazz up here. I just always talk about it. The blues, you know, the slaves on the plantation.
Yeah.
You had to do something to take your time away, even with the hard work. You're singing all them songs. And that's how the blues came about. Then the jazz came. And of course, you have the jazz was kind of shunned upon.
Yeah.
Because you had guys who were, your parents don't want to go hanging out with these guys because they're doing drugs, they're doing this, you know, all these different elements. The same way. Look at it now. It's highly accepted.
Yeah.
You know, we finally get an international day, boy.
Yeah.
And shoot, that's something else. That's something.
Yeah, that's a major accomplishment. So since we're in the pan thing, you know, for the sake of time, we're gonna dive more into the pan. So obviously, pan has been in the news the last 2 weeks, I would say. Maybe 3 right now. I think it's been for 2 weeks. Guinness World Record, Mr. Joshua.
Yep, Josh, yes.
31 hours, I believe it.
Boy, while it was going on, I was talking to Kenny Phillips on WAC, right?
Yeah.
Because we're real close. Something I was telling him, I said, Kenny, I said, look, my max is 3 hours, you know.
Man.
3 hours non-stop I've played before. And that was a lot.
It was
that was a lot. Yes, that was a lot.
All right. A person of your experience and knowledge about the Steelpan and music and all this thing. Kind of walk us through. Because I've spoken to Josh leading up to it. And at that time, you want to do interviews and stuff. You want to kind of, you know, focus on the project and all that, which is understandable.
Right.
But take us if you could take us through how what's that mental preparation like to play for such a long period? Because that's a long time, man.
Yeah, me as you know, as a physical therapist, right? I was thinking about it, right? And I was like, you have to prep yourself mentally and physically too, you know. Because remember, you're standing up, you're sitting down, you're dancing. I cannot play pan without dancing. I cannot. It's just part of me, right? And it takes a physical toll on you.
Yeah.
But mentally, like I was saying, I haven't spoken to Josh yet, but I was trying to figure out. I say, I hope he got a good night's rest. I mean, a good sleep. Yeah. Making sure he gets some extra vitamin B12 and all that stuff to get himself prepared for it. Because that lack of sleep is the thing I was worried about, and also to be hydrated. Right? Because when I look at it, I was thinking, you know, we went through playing pan all day.
Yeah.
On the road. I remember doing that on the road. And I love to play on the road. I love playing pan on the road, right?
Yeah.
So you're talking about playing for a good 8-9 hours.
Yeah.
Right? Even for DC Carnival.
Hot sun.
And that hot sun coming down there, you know.
Yeah.
I remember I never used to drink alcohol simply because of that. Because of course I become hydrated.
Yeah.
While I'm playing for so long. So I always used to tell all those players, I say, hey, make sure you drink plenty of water, no matter what. And you used to know how you become dehydrated because a lot of times you don't even want to pee. Because it's, the body uses up all that water.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
if you drink alcohol, of course you want to pee because your body is using up all the alcohol just so,
Yeah.
right? Because you become diuretic, so you want to pee. So I would tell them, I say, no, drink water, and you'll see that you don't even want to pee throughout the whole day because you sweat it out, instead of having to pee and stuff. So the preparations for that I'm thinking about that you would have had to do is to make sure you get a good night's rest. Mentally, say your prayers, be spiritually aware of what you're doing.
Yeah.
This is not something small. It was not something small because even Bert used to tell me that Ellie Manette, the pan tuner, great pan tuner.
Yeah.
Another friend who used to I can't remember his name right now, Denzel. Denzel from New York. He was another pan tuner. And he would tell me, he said, Lennard, this is no easy thing, tuning a pan. The vibrations you're getting from the instrument is a spiritual thing. It's not just an earthly thing. It's vibrations. It comes out of all the stuff that our forefathers did. Just like the African drum.
Yeah.
The drumming was a way of expression expressing certain things. It tells stories. It's the same thing with the pan. So he said always tell me, say when he tune in, he never used to like to have too much people around him. And he would always know. This is what Bert used to tell me, Ellie Man is the same way.
Yeah.
And he used to pick up vibes. He said, man, one time this woman come in the band and she was drunk. And he said he tuned in his note and the note wouldn't come in for nothing. And it was just the vibrations that was upsetting his vibes from the woman, So stuff like that.
Wow.
So even now as I play, I look at the instrument as a form of communicating a certain vibration. And even when, like I have had certain examples of when I play, how I feel internally and how people come and tell me how they feel after experiencing here in pan. So I have a joke. I always tell people, I say when I play pan, I feel like I'm in church. I'm preaching basically. And
it's true. Talking to the music.
Yes, right. Talking to them. And I've seen it that has affected me. I've heard some fabulous arrangements for Panorama and even live, even over the air, online. I hear music and I'm like, whoa, I'm in tears. And from hearing stuff, I used to wonder why it is when some people, when they hear classical music play, it brings tears to the eyes.
Yeah.
Pan does that to me.
Wow.
And I was like, that is what it is. It's pure vibes and it gets to you internally.
Yeah.
I have played on different stages and stuff. We played for Clinton for his both inaugurations. Sorry, I didn't get to play for Obama. But I played with Pan Master Steel Orchestra. I played for them.
Yeah.
I played in churches. I mean, different places and stuff, But it's the vibration itself, different. It's the vibe you get from playing. The music just gets to you. You hear music and you sing the song it's just in your head all day.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I remember doing a concert one time at the Islander restaurant on 14th Street at Addy Green. Own thing, right? And I used to do some jazz concerts there with my little group called Fusion, Lennard Jack and Fusion.
Okay.
And I remember playing there. And this one particular guy, after every song, everybody clapping and stuff like that, But this one guy was just clapping extra.
Yeah.
And I have this thing, I don't know what it is about how I feel, right? Sometimes it becomes overwhelming when people praise me too much.
Yeah.
It just gets to me. It's like just too much. I'm like, okay, once it's enough, to me, right? And I remember my spiritual godmother telling me, she said, Lennard, it's something that you affect them with.
Yeah.
And just say thank you. That's all. Just say thank you. And I've learned that over the years to say thank you. But this one particular guy was just, every time everybody clap, he was the last one to clap, right?
He gave
So
you extension.
yeah, so during the intermission, one of his friends brought him up to me to talk. You know, he said, "But yeah, you all sound good. I love the music and stuff."
Yeah.
So then the guy, one of his friends told me, he said, "Man, this guy's wife just passed about a month ago and he's living in Canada. And he came down to Washington to hang out with them for the, there was something going on around that time in DC. I think it was summertime. So he came down there to spend some time with him. I just wanted to bring him out, you know, to hear some pan and stuff because he loved pan."
Yeah.
And he said the guy was feeling so good that he heard that's why he was acting like that. I was like, damn, you never know.
Yeah, you never know, man.
You just never know, you know? Yeah, man.
What's your favorite song to play on the Steelpan?
Oh, Lordy. Favorite song. I always open with Bob Marley's One Love.
Okay.
I always open with that. And I mean, I love all music. I love jazz. I love soca, calypso, reggae, Latin music. I mean, I love all genres of music, even classical music and stuff too.
Yeah.
But there are two songs I always end with. One of them is Boogsy's Magic Drum by Marshall Montano.
Okay.
And Ken Professor Fillmore, Pan by Storm. That just locks up, that just closes off my entire performance. I love playing those two songs last.
Wow. Okay.
All the time. If you see me play, you'll hear it. You'll always hear them two songs. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen you play before, but I can't remember.
Playing. Yeah.
Remember closing.
Yeah. Before I forget, when I was leaving to come up to go to school, I also had to tell my band that I was leaving. Remember that same Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Now, granted, I was practicing for Panorama already.
Oh, wow.
When I came up was January 10th.
Yeah.
And Carnival was early that year, 1983. So January something. And we were practicing oh my God, Blue Boy, one of Blue Boy song. Oh man.
What year was this?
83.
83.
Rebecca.
Yeah,
Rebecca, yes, sir. We were practicing Rebecca. I had to come in the panel and tell them guys, hey, I leave on Tuesday.
What?
So Wire, the captain of Fontclair at the time, he said, well, now we have to have something for you and thing, you know. So he was living in Pleasantville too. And the Sunday, they had a little birthday party, they had a little going away party for me. And Rudin, that's Rudin Austin, that's Wire's brother.
Okay.
Decided to give me a pan as a gift to come up to the States, boy.
Wow.
And that was history. After that, I mean, I couldn't ask nothing better.
Yeah, that's nice.
Couldn't ask for nothing better.
He told. And you use currently, or you have another one?
No, I have another one. I have another. Birch had made for me.
Okay.
I have a couple really. I have about 3 tenor pans I just play with. So and he told me, he said, Lennard, and I wasn't playing solo then, I was playing in the band. So of course, you know, coming up here to play, I had to learn how to play solo and stuff. And a lot of things I learned from playing with other people, going online, checking YouTube.
Yeah.
I do not read proficiently, but I can read a little bit because, as I said, I played clarinet in high school and stuff.
Yeah.
But most of my stuff I learned by ear.
Okay.
And I learned from other musicians. So when I came up to Howard, I remember my first gig on campus. We had Christmas in the Caribbean. That was a Christmas show we have every year. Boy, I was so nervous, boy. First time playing by myself. You know, you're playing in the steel band as 100 players, right? So
you can hide.
Yeah, you can hide, you know. But it was me alone, and a chick was playing, June Charles. She's from Trinidad. She played the guitar.
Okay.
And Heather Maynard. Heather Maynard played drums. She played African drum. That was my first time playing at Howard.
Okay.
And I remember I was playing a song, Oh Holy Night. I remember that, boy. And those rolls were perfect because I was so scared.
Yeah. You're nervous, so just rolling.
Yeah, them rolls are perfect, boy. But that was my introduction to playing solo. And then actually my band was formed on campus at Howard.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, we got together, me, And a guy from Trinidad, Chris Toussaint, he still plays with me. Ken Joseph, he was born in England of Trinidad and Tobago parentage, but he grew up in Trinidad.
Okay.
He was my drummer. I had another guy, Garth Hewlett, he played guitar. And then June Charles, she was another girl that played guitar also.
Yeah.
And those are that was the first set of players in the band.
Yeah.
And then I had other players as we went on and on, because they were all at Howard too at the time. So Donovan Marks, he plays bass. He's from Jamaica.
Okay.
Another guy from Haiti, Fafa. Yeah, Joe Louis. Who else? David Bootman.
Okay.
Yeah, David played keyboards with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sherwin Twits. Also, he played pan with me too, with my group. So I had a lot of different musicians pass through. Dr. What's his name, boy? Will Smith played saxophone. He went to Howard too.
Okay.
Jimmy Charleston. Actually, he's on one of my albums. Jimmy Charleston is a guy who plays in Baltimore.
Okay.
From Baltimore. I might be leaving out somebody. I can't remember his name right now. But that's how my band Fusion started.
Yeah.
And then when we came up, I played for the Trinidad and Tobago Steel Band of Washington, D.C. And then from there, we started a band called Pan Masters.
Okay.
So I'm one of the foundation members of Pan Masters.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah. I'm one of the foundation members. We started in 1985.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the same year my band started in Howard, Fusion.
Okay.
So this year is our 40th anniversary. 40th anniversary. Yeah, 1985 to now. Yeah. So we planning a concert with Fusion and Pan Masters. I want to do a double concert with them. Sometime at the end of the year, sometime in October.
Wow.
So
that's
yes.
Nice. You mentioned album. You guys have an album as well?
Yes, I have an album called Give Thanks.
Okay.
I'm surprised I haven't given you one. Damn.
Nah, yeah, damn.
All right, I'll get it to you. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look have it signed if it's all possible.
Of course.
That's my new thing, man. When I get things from artists and just sign it because it's like my little what would I want to use? Personal,
Personal.
Yeah.
I do the same thing too.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I go to a concert and I know like Monty Alexander plays keyboard and piano from Jamaica,
Yeah.
I remember one time going to play. Actually, you know what? I was playing on that thing with Claire Nelson. She has the Caribbean Institute.
Yes.
And he was being honored on that particular thing, and I was playing pan for the beginning of the thing.
Okay.
And I remember walking my Monty Alexander CD because I knew he was gonna be there.
Yeah.
So I went and I was like, Monty, I'm like, here.
Yeah.
You are one of my favorite piano players. Please sign this. And you were so happy. I was like, yes, I got it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Robert Greenwich, all those guys. Robbie is one of my main mentors. Robbie, Ken Professor Fillmore.
Yeah.
And Rudin Austin. Those are my three main mentors. I mean, I talk to them all the time. Well,
Wow.
Ken was my buddy. Actually, Ken was my last daughter's godfather. That's how close we were.
Yeah.
So he always tell me, say, Lennard, look how far you have become, eh? Because I remember when I started playing first, I was always timid.
Yeah.
I was scared of making mistakes. And I remember Rudin used to tell me, say, Lennard, play a little bit louder so you could hear what you're playing.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't know if you make a mistake until you hear it.
Right.
So all these guys gave me confidence in playing and stuff. And every time Ken come up to the States, we used to hang out. I used to take him to lunch every day from when I was working at Howard.
Okay.
And he was staying close to where I worked at Howard, with Arthur Griffith, his manager at the time. And every lunchtime, I used to always buy lunch. I used to spend two.
Is that Arthur Griffith from?
Yes, Arthur Griffith. Yeah, man. Ask him. Ask him, man. Yeah. So every time he'll come up, and Ken will be up here for like a good 6 months.
Yeah.
And every lunchtime, we used to go by him. We used to be jamming music together, showing me all them ideas and stuff.
Yeah.
Tell me where you want to play for next year for Panorama and all that thing. Yeah, man. Actually, when he did Pan by Storm with Fontclair, I was already up here.
Mm.
And I remember he came up to play with Sonatas, to arrange for Sonatas in New York. And he told me, Lennard, come up and play the tune because he knew I wanted to play it, right?
Right.
And I went up the Thursday. He said, don't worry, I'll have a young guy up here to teach you the song. Because he had already finished the song. And I came up and learned this tune in 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah, boy. Panorama and get to play Pan by Storm, but not the Pan by Storm on the front. They play because he did a different arrangement. Yeah. But it was really nice, man. Really nice.
So much. So you played in Panorama, obviously.
Yeah.
What is it like? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Me personally, I like Pan, but I don't like watching Pan on TV. It's
not the same. Oh my God. You could actually feel the vibrations of them basses coming out and just hitting you on your chest, man. Yeah. It is different. You're right.
It is a big difference.
Yes. And I tell people it's like the pinnacle for us. It's like going to Mecca for Muslims.
Yeah.
To us, right? As Pan players. Because remember, you working, right? I remember I used to teach evening shift.
Yeah.
So after I finished teaching, I would come home 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Take a shower, go back out to the pan yard till about 3 o'clock in the morning. Right?
Yeah.
And this going on for like a good 3 months. Then Saturday and Sunday is like almost all day, coming closer to the semi-finals and stuff like that. You know, it's all day.
Yeah.
So you're literally living in the pan yard. And plus, remember, I used to dance too. So we used to be preparing for the March Gras and all them carnival shows we used to do. So we used to, one time my dance teacher came and pulled me out of the pan yard. Yeah. And then we had a big clash, boy. Them pan players was like, "We going? We practicing?" I said, "No, I don't go to practice." So I used to go up and run up the hill, practice, and then run back on the pan and come back by 1 o'clock in the morning. But I loved it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't no work for me. I loved it. I remember going to school, and I going to work to school, and I'm shadowing. You know, you're walking to go catch a taxi or something, and I'm shadowing the music. With the fan playing, trying to remember what we learned last night, so it stays in your head. So you could actually play the song in your head, and you have your hand going to the notes because you know where your notes on your pan is, and you're shadowing it. So by the time you get in the pan, you have it down to a science already. You have it down. When you get on that stage, the hardest part on that stage was when we finished play. It was like a letdown. You practice for all this time. And you become so ecstatic, you know, you play the tune, you're there, 10 minutes gone, just like that.
It's over.
It's over. Yes, it's over, you know. And then, of course, the joy and finding out how much you place. And then, of course, we used to go straight to Juve.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was Sunday night.
Yeah.
So you go down and play to Juve. Oh, as you was talking about Joshua, that same thing I was going to say now. So imagine you play that Sunday, then you go straight to Juve, then you go home after Juve, take a little shower, come back up for Monday night, then you go back in again, almost Tuesday morning, you reach home, you try to get some sleep, then you go back Tuesday. That was, to me, what Joshua did, that's how I felt. I mean, my eyes were burning, you feel like you had sand in your eyes, and to me, that's how I was looking at what Joshua was doing, playing that pan right through that 31 hours.
Yeah, man.
And I say, boy, I know how he feeling, boy. I know that no sleep.
Yeah, I was I remember I started watching it the Friday night, and went to bed. And I opened my phone up, and I said to myself, "This man still playing."
Yes. Well, let me tell you, we were in New York. I went to visit my wife's play sister, right? She had just turned 81. So we said we're going to go and spend some time with her for Christmas. So we left Christmas morning, right? And coming back down, I decided tuning in from first song.
Yeah.
So I spent that 4 hours on the road listening to Joshua right through. I come home, I couldn't sleep because I was fired up for him.
Yeah, man.
And I went to sleep. I went to sleep with thing in my ears.
He's still playing.
Yes. I wake up and this man still playing, boy.
Man,
I had to charge my phone or kind of thing to make sure.
Man, it definitely was a good look for the culture.
Yeah.
Like there was a young person that, no offense to anyone else, but it was, I think it was very inspiring for young people to see.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, and we had more, it gives you more pride in the instrument, more legitimization of the instrument.
Yeah.
You know, and of course, his showmanship helps so much, man. You know, it's different.
Yeah.
And he just took it to another level. And that's what I love to see with even with my band, Fontclair.
Yeah.
Just yesterday, Darren Shepherd, he's the leader of the band, sent me a message. This morning, sent me a message about how he works. He's working with the elementary schools, the secondary schools, the amount of bands that are affiliated with Fontclair.
Yeah.
And other steel bands are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of time where all the schools will have bands now. And that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
And you want them young people to be in it so that they take it to another level.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like setting more records on and on and on. Joshua is just the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm proud of him, man. Proud.
Yeah,
Look at Liam Teague out in Illinois. I mean, awesome player. His son now played with Chicago Symphony.
Okay.
Little boy, I mean, he's gonna be something else. Jaden Teague. You're gonna be hearing more about him soon.
Okay. Nice.
But Liam is a guy you should interview.
Okay.
Liam, you should interview him. Should.
Yeah. Send me the information, man. You know.
I would. Yeah, he's a professor of music.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, in Illinois. Yep.
Yeah.
Illinois. Yeah, and he was one of the young guys that Professor Fillmore taught.
Oh, okay.
In Pleasantville. So you know, we have players who are doing things in their own little way.
Yeah.
To lift the pan itself.
Yeah.
You know, I consider myself an ambassador of Trinidad and Tobago, of the culture, of the pan, music period. That's how I consider myself. So any opportunity I get, I always look at it as a teaching moment.
Yes.
You know, people come and ask, is still have people coming to ask about the pan. Imagine that up to now. And I understand why. You know, I understand. So I'm like, oh, teaching moment, boy, let's do this, you know?
Well, I'm going to tell you, so before we wrap it up, I got two more things I want to touch base on. I'm just going to interject with this. It's one of my, I know I'm still alive, thankfully. But one of my biggest regrets in, I went to Eldo Junior Sec.
Eldorado, yeah. I know.
And back then, I signed up for pan class after school. Up to now, I hold that pan stick yet.
Oh, man.
Back in my whatness days, man. It's something that I always think about, you know. I'm like, man, really need to learn how to play the steel.
Yeah. You know, I teach pan now, you know. I teach now that I'm retired from physical therapy, you know. I teach people, been begging me to come and teach. So I go to people's homes. I carry it. If you don't have a pan, I carry the pan and stuff. Right now I have a young boy. He just turned 8.
Okay, wow.
He started playing when he was 6 and a half or something like that. Yeah. And I remember his grandmother, she used to beg me to teach him since he was 4 years old. And I'm like, he's too small, you know. I'm looking at his attention span and stuff. But man, now that I look back, I wish I had him since he was 4.
Yeah.
Because he learns so fast, you know. So yeah, man, never too late.
How much does a steel pan cost? I guess it would be a tenner pan would be something you would start with?
Yes. Tenner pans now cost starting 1,500.
Okay.
1,500, 2,000, 2,500. Different prices. I buy my pan from home.
Okay.
So I buy my pan from Augustus Peters. He was under the tutelage of my mentor, Birch Kelman.
Okay.
Birch Kelman. Mitko, that's a co-elite. He also has a pan factory.
Yeah.
And those are the two places that I'll get my pans from. But Gus is my main tuner right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you buy a pan, how long do you have to get it tuned again as time goes on? Or how does that work?
It depends on how you treat it.
Yeah.
Depends on how much time you play it. The weather has a lot, especially the summertime when it gets hot. Gotta be careful how you play. Every time if I play outdoors, I'm making sure it's a covered area. Even when I get my gigs and stuff, I tell people, please let me know if the area is covered. If not, I carry my little tent and I know it's covered. I normally tune my pants maybe once a year because Gus comes up and I'll have him touch it up. When Birch used to come up to tune for Labor Day, I take a day off and go spend the day with him. He will tune my pants and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Steelpanmusic Radio. What's that about?
That's it's a guy from Canada. His name skips me right now. His father was instrumental in playing pan in Trinidad too. It's a bunch of them. It's 3 sons. His father has. I can't remember his name right now. Oh man.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name right now, but they started it this year or late last year, I think.
Yeah. So it's pretty much where you could go and listen to Pan 24/7.
24/7, yeah. Steelpanradio.com. Yep.
Steelpanradio.com.
Yeah. Earl Lapierre Jr. That's it.
Okay.
Earl Lapierre, that's it, from Canada. Yeah.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Dr. Lennard, so real quickly, how you became the director of physical medicine and rehabilitation at Howard University?
At Howard?
Yeah. How you gonna walk?
I've been at Howard since 1990.
Okay.
I went to school at Howard, undergrad, to do physical therapy.
Yes.
Then I went and did my master's at University of Indianapolis.
Yes.
And then I did my doctorate at Boston University.
Wow.
So I spent 31 years at Howard. So I was a PT, and then I became a supervisor.
Okay.
Then I was a manager for 2 years, and then I became the director of the entire department. So I had my OTs, occupational therapists, my audiologists, my speech therapist, and physical therapy. Physical therapists, PT assistants, rehab assistants. I was over all of them.
Yes.
So my last 7 years, I did more administrative work. I still treated patients because some of my patients didn't want to let me go.
Yeah. Get used to it.
So, yeah. So I retired back in 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what year? In 25, 24, 21.
Yeah.
Just after COVID.
Mm.
Yes, I went through the COVID thing. It was rough.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody went through the thing, so it was a learning experience. But I enjoyed what I did. I love physical therapy. I loved it. I use my music too with my patients. I use it. I used to play in the hospital. Every 2 months, I bring my pan, play in the cafeteria and stuff.
Wow.
I play for some of the patients. I always had music playing.
Yeah.
In our rehab gym. I will turn on my music. I play all types of music. So it's just I use music as a form of therapy too.
Healing.
Yeah, healing. I also taught physical therapy to the students when they came to do their clinical instruction. I was a clinical instructor. So when they did their affiliations, I would teach them. So all our teachers passed through me at some point.
Yeah.
Our students from other places too, from California, Boston, everywhere, Chicago, they will come through and do their 6 weeks, 3 months sometimes. And I was one of the CIs there. I loved it. I was always a teacher. Always a teacher. So I use physical therapy as I used to tell my patients, look, I'm teaching you to get better. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm really motivating you to get better. So I used to use my psychology on there. That's where music came in.
Yeah.
Once you get music, you can't help it.
Mm-hmm.
It brings you, calms you down. You shake a leg. I'll see patients coming in their wheelchairs.
Right.
And they tap in the foot. I'm like, good, I got this one already.
You realize actually.
You use that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, Dr. Jack.
Thank
I
you,
just want to say thank you so much, man, for taking time out your busy schedule. And I really, really, really just want to extend my appreciation for your contribution to the culture over the years.
Thank you.
Hearing your story is so inspiring and so motivating. So I need to get myself together, but
yes. All right. When you're ready for your lessons, let me know, man.
Definitely gotta reach out, man. But once again, thanks, man. This interview is long overdue because like
Yes.
we always seen each other over the years, and I remember in
Yeah.
the early days or some time ago, I had planned to do an interview with you, but I don't know what happened. And I think we had this conversation. One of the things is sometimes, my background, of course, is in radio, and
Right.
interviews, I already know I don't want to rush it because
Right.
I know it's going to be vast, and you're one of those people. And that's one of the reasons why I kind of started a podcast too, because over the years in the DMV, so many people that I've met along the way have all these stories, and
Right.
the right platform have to be created to,
Yes.
so we don't want to be rushing certain conversations.
Yeah, man, and you're doing a fantastic job, man. As I said, I listened to you and Tony last week,
Yeah,
and I was like, yeah, Alonso know what you're doing. and you ask questions to bring out stuff that people don't normally, and I don't really boast and think about the things I do because I do it because I love it.
Yeah.
It's just my passion. I really, really am passionate about it. And you do a fantastic job in bringing that out in people. So continue doing what you do and for highlighting all the things that people do in this particular DMV area.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Bless up.
Well, give thanks, man. Once again,
Yes,
appreciation.
And I gotta see it to you soon. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah. No worries.
Yes. All right.
All the best 2025.
Yeah, man. You too. Take care.
All right, boss. Take care.
All right, boss. All right. Good job, man.
Yes, that was Dr. Lennard Jack, a legend here in the DMV. Once again, man, thank you so much for subscribing, and make sure and click that follow button, the Launch Bad podcast, available on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and of course on YouTube as well. So until the next episode, see you on the return.